Disclaimer. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes. It is not a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any asset. Please do your own research and due diligence when choosing what to invest in. Now, on to the analysis.
Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Dad's Market Stats. If you're new to the channel or not yet subscribed, please smash that subscribe button so you'll be updated on my videos and shorts that I've been putting out lately. Well, first thing we're going to talk about today, if you have been looking at my shorts, you'll know that for the month of July, I was only able to make $79 in passive income, and this is mostly because I had to pay some bills, so I was not able to invest that much money into the stock market in the month of July. Actually, I didn't invest anything at all in the month of July. But for this month of August, now on the first day of the month, let's take a look at what I was able to do this day. I was able to sell two options here that are expiring on September 20th. I sold the $3 put option and a $2.50 put option in order to hedge myself. Okay, so let's take a look at these two options that I sold today and see how much I was able to make on the first day of this month. So as we can see here, I put up $300 as collateral, and I was able to make $65 on this put option, which is expiring September 20th. Now, the break-even price for this option is $2.35, which means that at the current Bitfarm price, which is $2.51, I am going to be buying these stocks at a discount, these shares at a discount, if by September 20th, Bitfarms is still below the $3 strike price that I sold the put option for. So very good. Once again, I am buying them for a discount if that does happen. So very good. That is a little bit over 21% interest that I made on my $300 right away. But I did want to hedge myself in case Bitfarms does drop any more than it has dropped today. So I also sold a $2.50 put, as we can see right here. Now this one, I was able to sell it for $37, right? So the break-even price, as we can see here, is $2.15, but not really because I got paid $37. So the real break-even price would be $2.13. I don't know what's going on with Robinhood. They can't do math all of a sudden. But yeah, the break-even price is $2.13, right? Because this is a $2.50 put, which means I put $250 to be used as collateral. And so $2.13 plus 37 cents would make up that $2.50, right? So if this contract expires in the money by September 20th, which means that if Bitfarms share price is below $2.50 on September 20th, then I would be buying these shares at $2.13, right? But we have a long way to go before that happens. So anything could really happen. So that is why I hedged myself. I sold a $2.50 put in case the stock dropped even more than it was dropping today. And if it drops even more, then the potential to sell $2 puts would be very good, because then I would be able to collect premiums on $200 only $200 that I would need to invest. So it's always good to see that the share price drops, because that only means that we were able to sell a lower strike price on these put options, okay? So we can collect more interest or more premium on our investments. So that is good news. So today we're also going to talk about, so as you can see, I made $37 and I also made $65. So in total, I made $102 today, first day of August, and that is already more than I was able to make in the month of July, in the entire month of July. So very good. August is going to be a good month, ladies and gentlemen, because I have all of these contracts too that are expiring in August, on August 16th, which is 3 weeks from now, or yeah, 3 weeks from now. So looking forward to all of these options expiring so that I could go ahead and use that capital that's going to be freed up to sell even more options. So this month of August is going to be looking like the best month of collecting premiums since I started using the wheel strategy. So looking forward to that, ladies and gentlemen. So now let's talk about the news that came out on Bitfarms website. which is their monthly production update. Let's take a look at what it says here. Bitfarms provides July 2024 production and operations update. So let's see what they say here. As we continue to execute on the fleet upgrade program, we are gaining market share and driving increasing amounts of Bitcoin mined month over month. Since the halving event in April, our Bitcoin mined per month has increased 62%. This speaks volumes to our operational expertise and improved efficiency, and I am confident that we are well positioned to further accelerate our growth and drive value for our shareholders, said Ben Gagnon, Chief Executive Officer. In Paraguay, Paso Pe, our largest site measured by both megawatts and hash rate, is now fully operational. Construction in Iguazu is progressing rapidly, with 4 warehouses being constructed simultaneously, with foundation and roadwork on site, said Mr. Gagnon. Hash rate remains below the 12 exahash per second target primarily due to the underperformance of a batch of 3,000 T21s representing 700 petahash a second that experienced overheating issues even at lower temperatures. Bitmain is rapidly replacing these machines at their expense. The new miners are expected to arrive and be installed on site in 3 weeks. We have worked closely with Bitmain to resolve these manufacturing issues and to prevent a reoccurrence in future batches, including August deliveries. We remain pleased with the overall performance of our T21 miners, with the vast majority performing and hashing as expected. Further optimizations on site and software enhancements are also expected to drive continued improvements in August. So as we can see, they had a little bit of an issue with some of their machines here, right? 3,000 of the T21 machines, right? But as we could also see here, they're not going to have to pay for these flaws that these machines have, because their provider, which is Bitmain, as you can see here, the company that makes these machines, they're going to take the hit for those losses, okay? So Bitfarms does not have to pay anything extra for the new machines that are going to be arriving this month, right? As they say here, in 3 weeks. But take a look at the picture here of their Iguazu, Paraguay complex. As we can see here, they have 4 buildings being built and the road as well here, which means that they're going to be able to mine even more Bitcoin in the month of August. All right, so here it says, our 2024 growth and efficiency improvement plans are fully funded with sufficient liquidity for the infrastructure build-out and miner procurement. This will enable us to achieve our year-end guidance of 21 exahash per second and 21 watts per terahash. Being fully funded reduces our near-term CapEx requirements and allows us to apply a greater amount of excess cash flow from operations to building our HODL, which increased by 111 Bitcoin during July, said Jeff Lucas, Chief Financial Officer. So yes, this is another good sign here, ladies and gentlemen. As we can see here, now they are able to start hodling more of the Bitcoin that they mine. In fact, they increased their hodl by 111 Bitcoin this month. And let's see how many Bitcoin they actually mined. As we can see here, 253 Bitcoins is what they actually mined this month. And by selling 111 Bitcoin, that means, I'm sorry, by increasing their HODL to 111 Bitcoin, that means that they were able to sell around 143 Bitcoin, if my math is correct. But let's take a look at what the rest of this, oh, it's 142 actually. All right. Let's take a look at the rest of these highlights here. So they have 11.1 exahash operational as of July 31st and 10.3 exahash average operational, okay? 24.6 Bitcoin average exahash per second, down 1% from the previous month due to the increase in network difficulty, offset by the installation of Bitmain T21 miners. So yeah, even though it was more difficult because of the network hash rate, which means all of the Bitcoin mining companies and all of the machines that are used to mine Bitcoin combined, right? The network hash rate grew because of the fact that Bitcoin is staying above $60,000 per Bitcoin. So that means a lot of the machines are still profitable at the moment. And that is why the difficulty to mine a Bitcoin is increasing. However, even with that difficulty increasing, they were still able to mine more Bitcoin than they did the previous month. Okay, 253 Bitcoin earned, 34% higher month over month. Okay. Now here we see 33% lower year over year, but that's to be expected, right? Because of the halving event that took place in April. Now, 8.2 Bitcoin earned daily on average is equal to $542,000 per day based on a Bitcoin price of $66,100. All right, and here we see more about their infrastructure upgrades in Quebec and in Paraguay. All right, let's take a look at more of their financial updates. So as we can see here, they sold 142 of the 253 Bitcoin earned as part of the company's regular treasury management process for total proceeds of 8.6 million. Added 111 Bitcoin, bringing treasury to 1,016 Bitcoin, up from 905 Bitcoin last month, and representing 67.2 million based on a Bitcoin price of 66,100. Their synthetic HODL of 233 long-dated Bitcoin call options at July 31st, 2024. So as we can see here, ladies and gentlemen, these are all good signs. And this really shows us that Bitfarms is really a value stock, right? Because as we can see here, their balance sheet is looking great, is looking really wonderful. But as we can see also from their share price, the market is not really appreciating this company. Okay, let's take a look at their how Bitfarms is doing here in their stock. We can see here, their stock fell even more today, right? To $2.51 is what it closed at. But this really shows us that the market is not appreciating this company. This is a value stock. Eventually, the market will correct itself and this stock will be valued at what it should be, which in my opinion, it should be valued at between $3 and $4 a share. So the market will eventually correct itself and reach those levels. All right, but as we can see here in my history, I did make $65 today and another $37 for a total of $102 that I made today in the first day of August. All right. And also, as we can see here, their earnings report is going to be coming out on August 13th, and they're expected to lose 10 cents per share. Okay. However, I don't believe that they are going to lose that much. I think that they're going to beat the earnings estimate. And why do I believe that? Well, take a look at another press release that they had today. Bitfarms scheduled second quarter 2024 conference call on August 8th, 2024. So they're moving up their conference call ahead of their earnings report. So that must mean that they have a good earnings report coming out this month, or this quarter rather, right? And that's also to be expected because as we know, this is a Canadian company, so they're not able to use their Bitcoin HODL to put it on their earnings report. And so that is why they usually report a loss on their earnings report. However, their Bitcoin that they hold is worth, as we can see here from their press release here, is worth over $67 million. And on top of that, they have extra cash flow from the aftermarket offering that they had, where they've been diluting shares, especially selling shares to Riot, as we know, from the poison pill saga that we've been also covering here on this channel. But as we can see from that, Bitfarms has a very healthy balance sheet. They have a nice cash flow and they have a nice hodl of Bitcoin. So, and on top of that, they have no debt right now. So their balance sheet is really healthy. And so we can see that is why this is considered to be a value stock. Okay. And I really believe that is also a growth stock. I think that this will certainly be able to beat the S&P 500 and throughout the rest of the year. I believe that they are going to surpass the S&P 500, so it could also be considered a growth stock as well. Well, that's all for today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that this is going to be a good month for everyone. And let me know in the comments below what your plans are for this month. If you're planning to make more than you did last month in passive income. And let me know if you have any questions. A question that I am thinking of making a video on is, what is better for a small account? is it better to invest in dividend stocks to try to collect dividends, or is it better to sell options to try to collect premiums? Which one is better for a small account? So that's what I'm going to be talking about on one of my future videos. Let me know if you're interested in hearing about that. Before we end this video, though, I do want to take a look at our other account that we're managing, our other smaller account. So let's take a look at that and see how that account is doing. As we can see now in this account, we have increased our total overall gains to 4.82%. That's an increase of $31.70 since we started managing this account. So that is very good, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, this is a small account, but even with a small account, you are able to collect gains, collect premiums by selling covered calls and cash secured puts, which is what we've done on this account already, right? So you can see here, we sold one call of this company here called Bluebird Bio, and we sold two cash secured puts on Bitfarms, of course, for a total of 3 options that we have sold since we started managing this account. So that is good, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, you don't have to invest thousands of dollars to start investing in the stock market. All it takes is a few $100s. Just even if you just do a few $100s a month, that'll be enough to collect 4% in that month, right? Which is more than you would have made in the bank. So obviously, it does make more sense to manage your own money in order that you can make more interest on it. All right. So that is it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, and as always,
This has been another video from Dad's Market Stats. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like the video. If you know someone that can benefit from these videos, make sure to share it with them as well. Until next time, and remember, let's grow together.